I'm Buffy.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
Hey, guts! On me!
Get away from her, you...
You're gonna see some serious...
Assemble.
We are live right here on West Coast Pop channel, live from Hollywood, California. My name is Zach. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good night. Hope your weekend is kicking right now. Hope you're doing great because it is the night to find out who will be facing John Cena in his final match of all time next weekend on Saturday night's main event. Get your comments in all stream long because we are talking SmackDown. We're watching the second hour live. We are also going to be talking about one of the biggest things happening in town, and that is Netflix buying Warner Brothers. There's a lot to this. We're going to cover it, and I'd like to know your thoughts on this. We're going to cover a lot of the details, not too much in depth, because I'm sure you can go on one of the trades and find some better, more well-versed individuals talking about it than myself. We're talking about it, Netflix and Warner Brothers, and what that means for people here in Hollywood and viewers like you. All right, your comments too. If you got anything we want to talk about, chime on in. Jade Cargill coming out right now in the second hour of SmackDown. And there's a lot going on in wrestling and the Netflix WB deal. We'll talk about that and what that means exactly, kind of exactly, for our friends at AEW. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm sorry, I'm just a little like about the whole thing. This is not my first pick for Warner Brothers, but it's a pick, and it is happening, and it's going to happen pretty soon here. What are your thoughts on SmackDown right now? There's a lot going on SmackDown as Jade Cargill is coming to the ring right now. I am looking forward to Saturday night's main event. We just got wind of Carmelo Hayes losing to Dragunov. We'll talk about that. And also the winner of tomorrow's Deadline match, the opening match, tomorrow Deadline, Ricky Saints versus Obafemi will face Cody Rhodes on Saturday night's main event. Hey, Noob, how are you? My day is going actually pretty damn fantastic. I'm having a great day, so I hope you are too. Thanks for popping in, Noob. We'll get your thoughts on everything. Let us know what you're watching this weekend. I didn't put together a list of things that are coming out this weekend, but I'd like to know what you're watching. Give me some feedback on what you're watching. I watched a crazy horror Christmas movie last night, so I'd like to know your thoughts on what you're watching out there. Christmas, Bloody Christmas. That's what I watched last night. I need something to watch tonight and tomorrow, so let me know. Nia Jax ruining this match right here. And, of course, Ilya Dragunov with the pin. Carmelo, you're going to be pregnant in 9 months. This is the big one right here that I think we're going to be talking about in the next couple of weeks. Rhea Ripley pretty much moved to SmackDown tonight. I think this is the official move from her to SmackDown. I know it's been rumored for a while, but this is it right here. Going to be going with her family, Damian Priest against Zelina and Alistair. Looking forward to this. This is a fun feud. This is the kind of stuff that I like. So let me know your thoughts on that. Another squash for Jade. Yeah, I know. I'm excited for the feud, though, with Chelsea Green. I'm excited because it could be good. And if we get Jade, who's Jade on social media, oh, man, that's going to be fantastic. You're watching some Christmas movies? Let me know the Christmas movies, Noob. I'm always in the mood for Christmas, especially horror movies. All right, get some text going on here. Big text right there because I want to see what you're saying. Get your comments in. all show. Let me know the movies, the TV shows you're watching. I'm keeping up with Pluribus, keeping up with Welcome to Derry. So if you want to talk about any of those, let's chit chat. Nick Khan on Impulsive. I really don't care to watch that, but some interesting stuff. Jade Cargill versus Elbow Fire of Chelsea Green's Hervis, Secret Hervis. It's nice. It's good stuff. There we go. Lash Legend. I like Lash Legend being called up to the main roster. I think she's good. She reminds me of Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, when she started in NXT, was very green and not I was like tough to watch, but a little tough to watch. I was like Lash Legend because Shayna Baszler, after she got some NXT experience, she was fantastic. And I think that's the same deal with Lash Legend. I think I bought the same jacket Nia Jax is wearing. Nia Jax. How about that, huh? Nia Jax. I should wear that jacket. I should go grab it right now. Do I have the same pants as Kathy Kelly? Oh, man, my wardrobe's got to change. Lash, comfy on the mic, too. This is good. Oh. Come on, Nia. Oh, they got the snap down. I like this pairing. This is a good pairing. Nia Jax knows how to work with people. Elbow Fire. Chelsea Green, the Secret Hervis. Glad they're giving Elbow Fire stuff to do. I mean, that's a plus, right? It's like WWE keep making Asuka and Kairi Sane look like a joke, and we can't take them seriously as threats because when Asuka turned heel, it was at a good start. I know. I think they're riding the internet wave of Asuka yelling, Kairi! So I unfortunately think they're going to ride that out for a little bit. But I do believe you're right, though. We could get on to that train of a heel Asuka that was so great with Kairi. I think Kairi just needs to like fully embrace it. I think that's what we're waiting for. But I agree with you, Noob. I cannot imagine wrestling what Elbow Fire is wrestling in. Chelsea chants already. I'm a huge Chelsea Green fan. I know a lot of you are too. But I'm excited to see a very heel Jade Cargill. I liked it in AEW. We did the Rampage watch-alongs. The baddies, that bitch, that's the Jade Cargill. That's fine that they're copy and pasting. Every wrestling company copy and paste stuff. Good thing I come prepared. Elbow Fire. She's getting some offense in, so it's not a total squash. But I mean, this match, 609, 608. We'll see if it even goes to 612. What is Kiana James doing out there? Oh, she's still with Julia. She's still with Julia. Okay, I thought they split these two up. I'm not the biggest fan of this pairing. All right, I thought they moved Julia up to something. Hey, you're part of the Secret Hervis. That's your, yeah, exactly, Corey Graves. Thank you. All right, big boot and you're done. Nope, power slam. All right. Here we go. Oh, she connected. That was a hard hit. All right, she's about to become jaded. We did not get to 612. 1, 2, 3. That's it. All right, last week was hilarious. Jade Cargill got the pyro, but for Chelsea Green, yeah. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving, too. Hope you had a great holiday. I was busy enjoying mine. That's why I wasn't streaming, but we're back tonight. Knock might stop back in. We will be talking about the Netflix Warner Brothers merger in a bit. Huge IPs and gaming stuff, too, going into the fold of Netflix. I don't know what Netflix is going to do with the gaming stuff. Maybe they'll try to figure something out. They are a big tech company. I think they're a tech company first. So they could introduce some better gaming to their streaming. I had Jade Cargill with a decent reaction. Fraxium. Nathan Frazier wearing an outfit I'd be scared to eat in. especially barbecue. A lot of stuff to talk about. Are you watching ROH tonight too? ROH 0 Hour was just on YouTube. They have their pay-per-view tonight. It seems fine. ROH is fine. I don't mind ROH. Oh, here we go. Dragunov is crazy looking. All right. That's going to be a hard-hitting match. Ciampa and Dragunov? Get out of here with that. Chelsea Green is hilarious as F. She should mention Great Women's Champions and Jay's presence. Uh-oh, we're building to something else for Dragunov right here. The MFTs, are they up next? Solo. He's so good. He's so good, man. I love Solo. We'll see what he says on the mic. I'm excited because I love Solo. All right, we'll talk about some fun stuff coming up here. We've got a commercial break. Get your comments in. You might be wondering, what are they going to do with Jade? What's the plan with Jade? We'll find out. Because WrestleMania, you see the women's promo right now they're using for night 1 of WrestleMania and the men's for night 2. Why are they going to separate them into sexes? The Rhea Ripley one is airing right now. The Becky Lynch one that aired on Monday, I had a great time with. I thought it was fun. So it looks like everyone will get one each week. Or 2 people each week. It's her game. It's anyone's game. Who says that? LA Knight. Yeah, it's anyone's game. It's LA Knight's game. So we'll see. But Jade Cargill, someone not in that promo, is Bianca Belair. Someone asked her, how's the finger? It says it's getting fixed. So I'm guessing you give Jade a couple more months as a run, and she is the front runner to win the Royal Rumble this year. So she's the betting odds favorite to win. So then we'd get to Jade versus Bianca at WrestleMania. Is that something you'd like to see, Jade versus Bianca at WrestleMania? Or is it too far off? Are we too far off from the old storyline with that? Song sung blue, Wolverine is Neil Diamond. The other front runner for the men is Roman Reigns. Braun Breaker, I think, is number 2 or number 3 per like the Vegas odds thing. So what do you think about those picks for the Royal Rumble? I'm fine with it. I think because it's just tough with the Elimination Chamber. That's why it's tough to really predict anything with the Rumble this year. I don't think we're going to have surprises in the Rumble this year. But Bianca, I can see Bianca and Jade. And the big thing would be Jade beating her at WrestleMania. But we'll see. All right, next up, you can see Charlie, not the Brat, not XCX. You can see Dakota Kai face Chris Statlander in March at Wrestle Queendom 8. I think this is her first wrestling thing that she's done outside WWE, so that's booked in the spring. So we'll be looking forward to that. We are going to House of Glory Wrestling Hog right here in LA. If you are going, let us know. Knock and I got our tickets already. We are sitting in the front second row, I think. And just announced Matt Cardona will be there as well as Zilla Fatu and Kurt Angle meet and greet. So we're debating the Kurt Angle meet and greet. We'll see. But yeah, if you're happy to see Charlie / Dakota Kai wrestle again, you can catch her in March at Wrestle Queendom 8. All right, speaking of women's wrestling, this is it. It's down to the final match. Winter's coming this Wednesday on Dynamite. It's Babes of Wrath, who have been doing a great job as a pairing, just like Lash and Nia Jax, versus Toni Storm and Mina. Do you give Babes of Wrath something? You give them the belts, or do you do the thing that we kind of expected, put one of your biggest names and another great pairing with them with the title? I personally would give it to Babes of Wrath. That's just my pick, but we'll find out Wednesday. I think Harley's been putting in the work big time, and Willow's been putting in the work for years. So this would be a nice first for them. Tony's been putting in the work, obviously, and so is Mina, but to be the first. Let me know what you think, though. I'm glad this is at least one tournament winding down. The other tournament on AEW starting up is for the Dynamite Ring, which then is like 2 weeks of matches, and then it leads to a title defense at Maximum Carnage. And no, I'm not talking about the awesome SNES game from LJN, which is tough as hell to beat once you get to the end. This is another one of the big news. So we are going to talk about what the Netflix deal means with WB and AEW. We'll talk about that in a bit. But this is another one. Impact is coming to AMC mid-January. Does this intrigue you? Are you going to watch Impact now that's going to be on AMC, home of The Walking Dead and its 9 iterations of that show? I'm excited because I can actually watch Impact now. I can watch a full episode rather than just watch highlights and stream stuff. But this is it. Jade out in the back now. Oh, B-Fab. Look at her. She's a bully. Jade. Here we go. Mishin. Mishin is probably going to be next week. All right. Step up and get stepped on. Mishin. If anything else, so I'm sure, I'm probably like 99.9% sure Mishin will lose that match. But if anything else, make this like a 15-minute long match. Make it like a hardcore match. Mishin came in with the kendo stick. That's what we should do. Give Jade these title defenses that actually like are big matches, not just the squash matches. So you mix in a bit of her AEW Jade Cargill with some newer stuff. But Impact on Thursday, total nonstop action. That was announced this week. I'm excited for this. I think this is a big move. It gets into apparently twice as many homes as Axis does. So kudos to TNA. MFTs are out now. No face paint. No face paint whatsoever. Oh, we got to talk Avengers Doomsday. All right, we'll talk Avengers Doomsday in a little bit here. Some new stuff. Not totally new stuff, but some newer stuff was kind of revealed this week. Ooh, have Mission in K-Pop Demon Hunters 2. New. That is this year's most Googled movie. Does anybody know this year's most Googled actor? The most Googled TV show. What was that? I forgot what that was, but let me know if you know who the most Googled actor was. They are making another one of these pretty quickly. Sony, if you read the Sony gave this to Netflix because they didn't believe in it. Stupid. Solo gonna do some mic work right now. He's so good on the mic. All wearing the same chain. If you go to the mall, you pick out your chain and say, I'll take 5 of those. It looks good on me. It'll look good on my crew. How long before the Wide 6 come out? It is 6:20 right now. We need a good long match for John Cena's final match for the finals. Last Monday night, I liked the LA Knight match. I thought it was good, but holy crap, Solo versus Gunther was so good on Monday Night Raw. Solo sucks chance. Aw. I like you, Solo. I'm a fan of you, Solo. Am I doing anything fun this weekend? You gonna go see any movies? I'll need something to watch, though. I might need to start buying some physical media because some of these Warner Brothers things are going away. I need to buy Sinners, One Battle After Another, Batman the Animated Series. I gotta start collecting things. So sad. What is like the end game for this match? This match should have happened at War Games. This is Survivor Series. What is the end game for this match? It should have been Survivor Series. War Games. That should have been Endgame for this. That's the whole point of War Games. Once he's done, we're going to talk about Netflix and Warner Brothers because this is a lot to talk about. I might start in a little bit here because I'm sure the White Six are just going to come out. Okay. So we're going to go for the tag titles. This is good, though. It's a story for the tag belts, which we need, not just random matches. All right, this is good, though. It's just a meat on the bone for this storyline. You can continue watching Christmas movies, noob. I'll try to find some. I'll try to find some more horror movies. Maybe I'll watch Black Christmas, the original. Christmas, Bloody Christmas, about a mechanical Santa that goes haywire. And just... okay. Wasn't terrible. All right, we're going to get into some interesting Hollywood stuff here. Solo Sikoa wanting to break down everything about the Wide Six. Oh, that was a little harsh. You do not deserve the name White. Yeah. You think the White's also going to face Psycho Clown and his Psycho Circus at AAA this month? Yes. I'll also probably just do a run-in and then build up to whatever is going to be the match, then SmackDown after that. Oh, you're going to keep using these things like that just to piggyback off of each other rather than just have like big things happen. Oi, speaking of big things, they just released the re-release trailer for Avengers Endgame. And this week, they showed something we already knew about. Well, here's the White Six. Let me just blow this up so you can see it. These are the groups for Avengers Doomsday. I put the logos by them so you can see them. You got the new Avengers up in the top left. You got the Avengers led by Falcon in the top right. You got the Foxmen in the bottom left and the Fantastic Four in the bottom right. And in the middle, you have the three people from Wakanda who are going to be doing the fighting in Doomsday. This is the good guys squads right here for Doomsday. Of course, the rumor is the Doomsday trailer will come with the new Avatar movie. So, are you excited for Doomsday based on these teams right here? These teams are going to make up the movie. So these actors are who we're going to watch build up. There's tons of names that haven't been released yet that are going to be in Avengers Doomsday, but most likely quick off cameos or show up at the end to help people on this team. Is this a complete X-Men team to you? Is this a complete Wakanda team to you? What are you thinking of these right here? I think the teams are okay. It's just these actors have to carry the whole movie. And they got to bring us in to Secret Wars because Secret Wars is going to be bonkers. They got lots of matches here. This could be a good match. Let these guys go at it next week. Oh, Eric Rowan. Man, Eric Rowan's a big dude. But these are the teams for Avengers Doomsday. Let me know if you're excited for it. I am. I just need a teaser because so far, I don't know. Sorry, this Netflix merger thing has just got me all shook. Now I'm just like, everything is just corporate greed and them trying to like get people to watch rather than storytelling. So we'll see. I'm excited for it. Mr. All Power, how are you doing? How's your Thanksgiving? Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. We're going to have the good guys squad. So who's going to be the Jobber Squad in Doomsday? I think they're really going to push the new Avengers. I think the Jobber Squad is going to be the Foxmen. The Miz. Are you ready to talk about it? All right, we're going to talk about it. All right, I'll get to this. I just want to see what The Miz is up to. So anyways, Doomsday trailer, probably next week, this upcoming week, this week coming up. We'll have the weekend, and then this week, probably the Doomsday trailer. So get ready. Bayley's booked on Saturday Night's Main Event. Bayley. Oh, we're so happy to see Bayley. Who from NXT is Bayley going to face? Let's find out right here. Yes. And they're knocking on the door. Also, Ruka. Now they're going to use this or tomorrow night's deadline to fully break up. So Ruka and Zarya. You can't wait to watch Avatar. I still have to watch an Avatar movie. I still have to watch one. Oh, 100%. 100%. So Ruka's a superstar already. And again, she's just being put through things kind of like Trick was with belts and feuds and everything. Didn't Bayley just get put on Raw, though? I'm fine with her being on that. Let's talk about, before we get to the final match for tonight. Oh, hi, KO. How are you doing? See Kevin Owens take a picture with Macaulay Culkin. All right, let's get into it. Netflix to acquire Warner Brothers in a deal worth $82.7 billion. This is so earth-shattering right now here in Hollywood. There are a lot of people here who are very upset about this. Some people think this is not a big deal because it's another changing tide here in Hollywood. People are comparing it to other things too. Changes like film going from silent to sound, TV going from black and white to color, people using special effects, all these different things. This is a big change. This is a very big change because this is yet another studio that is being consolidated either by a tech company or by Netflix, which is technically a tech company number one, streaming service number two. That's where it has this money to get the Warner Brothers from. There are things that are being thrown up in the air here with everything from Paramount Skydance trying to get a hold of the president and making them stop this. Other people within the industry aren't happy about it either, which we'll talk about. But just check this out right here. I'm going to touch this, the AEW thing in just a moment here. But I am not too happy about this. I'm not the biggest fan of Netflix to begin with. I use it, but I get it for free. I do watch Raw on Netflix. I watched last night's Bloody Christmas on Netflix. Stranger Things I still have to watch yet, but obviously on Netflix. It's just not my favorite streaming service. I think they make movies on the cheap, but they give a lot of money to them. I don't know if that makes sense. Very expensive movies that don't have that much meat on the bone is what I'm trying to say. Warner Brothers this year has made expensive movies with a lot of meat on the bone. I'm talking Sinners. I'm talking One Battle After Another, Weapons. WB had a great year this year. Superman. I'm very, very happy with Warner Brothers this year. But now it's going away. I drive past a lot. There's a lot of Warner Brothers stuff around town here that is just now going to be part of Netflix. And this right here, I'm just going to blow it up. These are just a few of the franchises that are now going to be under the Netflix umbrella. Tons of movie franchises on here. I got Mad Max on here, The Final Destinations, Matrix, Blade, all that stuff. Lord of the Rings franchise, the Harry Potter franchise, DC, and you can check out some of the TV stuff that they have too, now going under the Netflix umbrella. Big Bang Theory, you got Hanna-Barbera cartoons, Looney Tunes, you have all the HBO shows. I got Sopranos up there, but just think about it. Sopranos, The Wire, Sex and the City, Veep. All these other shows on HBO are now going to be under their umbrella. The Matrix movies are supposed to be another Matrix out. One, I want to focus on. Two, other than DC and Harry Potter being the ones everyone's talking about, I really, really want to focus on the New Line Cinema one that you can see right here. New Line Cinema, the house that Freddy built. Now Netflix has the rights to the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. They have the rights to all the Friday movies. If you look under New Line Cinema and their umbrella of movies, these are movies I grew up with a lot in the 90s and the early 2000s. The Final Destinations movies fall under that umbrella. All now under the Netflix banner. And the TV shows too, like Friends and Big Bang Theory. I don't know, man. This is a big deal. I don't like everything being under one roof like this. This is just a bit too much, in my opinion. I'm afraid the current state of DC, WB Games, Looney Tunes, and Cartoon Network, that's my only concern. Let the IWC talk about the downfall of AEW all they want. Well, here's the deal. Netflix is not getting the cable channels. That's still going to be under the same leadership. The thing about that is, where are these cable channels going to get this stuff from if Netflix isn't just going to source them out? This is all in-house stuff. Turner Classic Movies, in-house movies from the Warner Brothers vault. Warner Brothers does a great job remastering movies, putting stuff out on DVD, Blu-ray, physical media, 4K. I don't know if that's all going to stop now. So we don't know what all this stuff is going to happen. We don't know if movies are going to be in the movie theater. So far, movies are going to be in the movie theater that are already in progress that have release dates. Those are going to be in the movie theater. Ones after that, it's been said that those are going to be given smaller release windows to where Ted Sarandos says you can watch them where they need to be watched, like at home. He's a big fan of people watching movies at home. So those release windows for movies are going to be even smaller than they are now. And most of these are like 3 months. So imagine that even smaller and then going home. Theaters are going to take a big hit for this, 100%. These movies under Warner Brothers, it may be like the 20th Century Fox thing when it got bought by Disney, which I think was for like $72 billion. It still has a decent name to it. Look at Predator, Badlands, and Prey and stuff like that. They still make decent movies under there, so maybe it'll fall under that and they will get money. Netflix has a lot of money for this. But I just hope that I hope the film auteurs that do these movies for Netflix demand theatrical releases. This was like the second or third worst outcome, in my opinion, for this to happen. This is better than Apple buying them. We'll just say that. Netflix is doing this to eliminate competition. Is going to cost $50 a month for ad-free. I 100% agree it's probably going to cost $50 because HBO Max is going away. They're taking all of the lot and HBO Max. So they're getting the movies and HBO Max. So that streaming service is probably going away. They re-release movies so well. They really do. You have to watch big superhero movies on a big screen. 100%. 100%. You do. These cable companies that are still going to be in service, TNT, TBS, and stuff like that, all they do is play superhero movies. They're not going to have to pay for this stuff, correct? Am I wrong in thinking this? Cartoon Network is going to have to pay for some stuff. The Hanna-Barbera stuff, if you watch Me Too TV, I watch those. I'm a big old school animation fan. All like the Hanna-Barbera stuff like that. Are they going to have to like not have this stuff on now because they're going to have to pay more for it? This is just, again, industry wide. This is so like wild. I thought, in my opinion, anyone other than Netflix and Apple or the Saudis, I think that was the other one, but the Saudis are always like trying to buy everything. I think they're at rummage sales trying to buy out the place. Another thing I just want to touch on too before we get to the main event tonight. These are some quotes up here that were up from the Wrap because Hollywood is trying to call this the day theatrical died, and they're not wrong. From Variety, the Writers Guild of America slams Netflix buying Warner Brothers. This merger must be blocked. And then someone who didn't want to name anonymous said, if the acquisition passes through regulatory hurdles, Friday will be known as the day the theaters died. He said, adding, that will be David Zaslav's legacy as the guy who killed moviegoing. Sorry, I couldn't see there. So those are some of the thoughts right now from people in Hollywood. I'm kind of in the same boat as that. Again, Netflix does have some good stuff to it. It's just what are they going to do with the Warner Brothers stuff? As far as AEW goes, let's get into this. Do I think AEW is in trouble? So far, no, because the same person who's been doing the television side of things is going to be in charge. So technically, AEW does decent enough for them, I do believe, that they should be fine. I don't think they'll be giving as much money going forward. So I don't think Tony Khan is going to be as it's not going to be as lucrative as a deal for Tony Khan and AEW. That's my feelings on that. I do think AEW is fine for the time being, but we have to see what the restructuring is. It's going to be almost 8 months to 2 years worth of restructuring. So they might be fine for a long time, or maybe within that 8 months or less, they'll figure something out with the cable people. But the guy who's been doing that is still in charge. And if they start cutting costs, and if they can't get as much stuff to fill the network as they have to let go of Warner Brothers stuff that has been taking up TNT, TBS, Core TV, or True TV, all these things. Maybe AEW isn't viable for them. And honestly, maybe AEW does leave TNT and TBS. So we'll have to see. It is so. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Everything's going to cost more money now. Things are going to change. And I don't like change. So let me know your thoughts on this. This is kind of a big deal to me just because I think this is bad for, I don't know. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Next week, the Terror Twins versus Black and Vega. It's going to be a stacked SmackDown next week. Bliss versus Legend. That's going to be interesting. I do agree on that. Oh, Netflix. All right, this is it, though. This is the main event. They're going down the bracket right now. Anyone in this bracket that you think should be in this spot other than LA Knight and Gunther? It is such a crazy time. I cannot believe, AEW. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with AEW. I do believe they're fine for probably about a year till they figure this out. But we don't know what the cable landscape. That's like, oh my gosh, TNT, TBS, True TV, Turner Classic Movies, which how are they going to fill the void of being Turner Classic Movies without the classic movies from the Warner Brothers vault? They don't have that anymore. That's all going to be Netflix. So now they have to pay for stuff, and I don't think they're going to want to pay for movies where that was a free kind of. But then also the guy's going to be running the other Discovery channels as well, Food TV or Food Network, HGTV, and all those. So we'll see how they restructure. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep on the Gaines, Chip and Joanna, and a couple others. But interesting time as Gunther makes his way out. See, that's how I know it's not going to be as exciting with the movies. Oh, man. Especially those New Line Cinema movies. If you look up those New Line Cinema movies from the 90s, those are the ones I use my allowance to go see in the movie theaters. That's why this is also really heartbreaking for me. Huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I have a box set, but I might upgrade to the 4K now just so I can have these and own these because I don't want to. I wanted to watch that new Austin Butler movie with Zoe Kravitz and Matt Smith, but it's locked. I'm playing Until Dawn right now. Can't watch that movie because it's locked. Now all these movies are going to be behind locked, and you got to pay the $50 to get that high paywall to watch all these movies from Warner Brothers. I hate it. God damn it. So worked up. AEW's going to have to find another station, and WWE put NXT and TNA the only other good ones. Yeah. TNA's still an odd one. AMC's kind of an odd one. I think they can find another station. I just don't know where. Imagine watching Lord of the... Oh my gosh. Oh, Mr. All Power. Mr. All Power. I can't imagine that shit. I went to go see those multiple times. Multiple times in the movie theater. I cannot imagine that, Mr. All Power. Holy shit. What a dark day. What a dark day. Look up the quotes from Sarandos and Zaslav about this. It's such business. And Zaslav, you sucked it up for the last 5 years, except for this past year. Finally made good movies. But you lost all this money on paying for movies and not making good ones. This is your way out. I hate it. Gunther, 240 pounds. All right. 240 he weighs. I'm close. My abs, not as close. 250 pounds, Gunther. Look at Gunther. He's such a good heel. For this match on our channel, if you still want to vote, maybe it doesn't matter, but this is it. 52% of you said Gunther should face John Cena, and 48% out of a couple hundred said LA Knight should face John Cena in the Last Time Is Now finals next weekend. All right. Next Saturday night, I'm going to be on. We're going to try to do something for John Cena's last match. We're going to laugh. We're going to celebrate. But this is it. We have 19 minutes, possibly with an overrun. Look at John Cena. What a bitch. Oh. All right, Knock might be joining us. We'll probably get into some more WB stuff. Going at it. LA Knight needs this, I think, more than Gunther. But Gunther, if you give this final boss type of character to him, I think it does wonders for him. But it was just predictable. When they announced this, it was predictable. Even before the tournament was announced, Gunther was the one. With the name being floated around. Ooh. LA Knight's very aggressive. Usually, when LA Knight's aggressive, he loses. All right, now we got a commercial already. E. Who owns E? Could AEW go to E? That's NBC Universal. They could go to D. E. They need stuff. You could have one of the NBC Universal channels have wrestling. Because the affiliation is pretty much gone other than Saturday Night's Main Event with WWE. Are you excited for John Cena to be done wrestling forever? I know I am. I'm going to pop some bubbly next week. I'm going to just celebrate all night long with Lionel Richie and just toast the demise of John Cena. Because no matter who wins tonight, I win because he's gone. Look at these wrestling figures. Their ring is tiny. Their ring is this, and they're this big. Back in my day, it made sense. The ring worked. All right, Gunther in control now. There is no Imperium, so there's no one to help him. It should be a clean win. In a perfect world, since the winner is going to be on Monday Night Raw, you end Monday Night Raw. You open Monday Night Raw with the winner of this match. You end Monday Night Raw with the winner attacked. And the winner cannot compete to face John Cena. I know this whole tournament would have been a waste of time then, but then you have a mystery opponent face John Cena for his final match. And then what? It's Edge? Perfect world, but booking. That'd be cool. That's how I would pay money to book this if I was H. I'd say, hey, Tony Khan, let's have Adam Copeland face John Cena. Your guy gets a rub. He can be on Dynamite next week and say, I wiped out the greatest of all time. Now I'm here with Christian Cage to wipe out FTR. This comment, I just want to delete it because it's just burning a hole in my eyes every time I look at it. Oh. Holiday meals at the Golden Corral. No shame on anyone who does their holidays, but man, Golden Corral, I don't know, man. Ate there once, I got super sick. All right, again, most of you want Gunther to be the guy to retire John Cena next week. LA Knight needs it a bit more, I gotta say. But man, Gunther being the heel to do it. Both of these guys are a lot older than a new face of the company or someone that should be put over by John Cena leaving. We all thought Carmelo would have been the guy. I think they could have gave us some hope and had Melo and Gunther in the end.
Carmelo should have been the guy.
There he is.
What's up, everybody? Oh, my goodness. I was supposed to be on live with Zach. Thank you for holding it down. I got stuck at work and now in my car trying to join you guys. There's so much to talk about. Carmelo doesn't miss, and he should have been the guy to retire Cena, man. Look at the profile. Look at the aura on both. He He's the future Cena.
Yeah, he is. And he's proven himself in NXT, and I'm not like a big loyalty guy, but to an extent, to give someone something like that, you got to be somewhat loyal. Carmelo's put the time in.
100%. 100%. He's been through so many different eras of NXT. He's on the main roster. I thought he would have a belt by now. This is crazy.
Yeah, the never-ending feud with The Miz. They just showed he lost in the open challenge to Dragunov. Those two have been feuding in NXT for like 20 years. So, I mean, he's been around.
Feuds. They had great feuds. Really, really good stuff, man. I mean, and honestly, if you would have did Carmelo and Gunther, you could have built that up a little more. Both had beautiful feuds with Ilya Dragunov, and he was the one who ended both of their long streaks. So I thought you could have had something there a little more.
Yeah. But we all heard John Cena this week talk about it, and here's what he had to say.
3 weeks after I retire, nobody's going to give a fuck. 3 weeks after I retire, nobody's going to give a fuck.
Hey, 3 weeks before you retire, nobody's going to give a fuck. How about that, John Cena?
Man, he wanted 220 dates. They gave him 36. What is this?
That's good. I would have given him 6 and kept the other 30 for someone else.
I get it. Make it a premium, get to charge more and pack the house, with fewer dates. But the guy wanted to work. He wanted to work, man. We could have seen him with some other people too, man.
Yeah, I think logistically it would have been too tough to do with all the filming and stuff.
Yeah.
All those high profile episodes of Wipeout.
Maybe not 220 then, but I mean we could have got 50. We could have got a 50 strong.
Too many. Next week, Knock, he's done. John Cena is done.
Craziness. Absolute craziness, man. It's gonna be a very emotional night for us real wrestling fans to see Cena go. But it's time, man. It's time.
It is time. Get the fuck out. Knock, any thoughts on Netflix and Warner Brothers? We talked about for a little bit. And do you know pretty much the updates about their television and AEW standing?
A little bit. I mean, we've been talking in chat. For anyone who doesn't know, we've been trying to, see what's going on. As far as AEW, I'm going to call it now. TK needs to have a backup plan. They're going to be fine for now. I mean, there's contracts that need to be upheld no matter what. I think they said the main guy is still in charge of HBO, still overlooking it. But at this point, with how petty WWE is, all they have to do is talk to the higher ups now, because now there's higher ups. They can go above AEW's head, whoever they have connection with. I don't think they'll deny him another contract. I think they will lowball him. You lowball them, that means you can bleed them slow. And sadly, I think that's the route WWE would do.
It's not up to them. So here's the update. They will have absolutely no input on this at all.
You don't think so?
Say anything they want. No, because the person who's in charge of their television right now is in charge of it.
Okay.
So Zaslav is not in charge of it. He's going to be like, if he's in charge of anything, it's the film aspect that they're taking from Netflix. The guy who's in charge of the television now this is going to be a separate company. Netflix will have nothing to do with the cable portion.
You're right, because they're split into the Discovery. They're going to the Discovery part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing is that I broke down earlier is the fact that they have to figure this out because they have no content now. Not at all that their WB content is leaving their cable channels where they can get the content from. So I think part of me thinks AEW is safe because that's like free-ish. They pay for it, but it's free content that's theirs now. And also, it's going to take them a good year or two to go through the deal. So TK will have time to get a backup plan, and also that might be the trouble because then they might see we can't do all these cable channels anymore. We're taking TNT or TBS away, and there goes some AEW.
Yeah, it's very unsettled right now, man. It's a shame too. It really is. I don't even know. Like, it was like who was supposed to buy WB? Like, as if it was Paramount. I don't know if that was a good idea, but I think that the one of the things I saw someone post about was if a Paramount bought them, I think it was it NBC Comcast, they would have had like the infrastructure to really compete with Netflix, and that's why Netflix really went after aggressively to get HBO, to get Warner Brothers, because now there's no real competition for them.
Yeah,
which is just crazy, man. It's looking real bleak out there. I hope it's not as bad as it looks, especially for people in the industry, people that love to go see movies. I really hope it doesn't look as. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Same. I feel bad for movie theaters. I was just out and about here in Hollywood, man. So a lot of heads hanging low, knock.
Oh gosh, yeah, you're in the heart of it, man.
Yeah. I don't think
Oh
people are too
man.
happy.
Yeah, I mean, I heard maybe Christopher Nolan might you know put on the cape and swoop in and try to save the day. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh.
I know guys like him, like a James Cameron, I believe they're completely against this stuff. So I don't know what type of pull they would have, but I just don't know, man. It's really looking spooky out here.
It is. It is. Mr. Alpar brought up a good point. It's going to cost you like $50 for the ad-free version once HBO Max goes away for Netflix.
Stop the presses. Hold on. Red Velvet pinned Mercedes? Is that what you're saying? I don't know if you're
Wait,
talking
what?
about it yet, but Final Battle is on tonight. Red Velvet pinned Mercedes? Noob, is this true?
Was there a title on the line?
It was her women's title. She defended it. She made her debut on Ring of Honor. She talked about how she always wanted to wrestle for Ring of Honor when she was on the Indies. Wow.
Mercedes has lost the belt. There it is. Yep. Red Velvet pinned and took back the ROH title, the TV.
Talk about putting the rocket strap on Red Velvet.
Yep. She's the first. She could lose another one tomorrow, knock.
Yep.
Mercedes is up against Riho, a different Riho, not the
Yep.
AEW one, tomorrow night. She could lose two, and now we could be on track to her losing the titles. I don't like this, knock, because we're hoping to see her here in Illinois for House of Glory Wrestling.
Yeah, we need to hold out just a little longer, Mercedes. Keep that belt just a little longer till we can see you again. Zach, what's going on? Riho, the other Riho in wrestling, the European Riho, she's
Yes.
very known for. There's a clip that went around where she took a crazy bump from like a balcony, fell face first
boy.
onto the edge of the apron. I gotta see if I can find it for you. It's one of the craziest spots I've seen on the Indies.
Damn. Oh, man. Big things happening this weekend. The fall of Warner Brothers, the fall of Mercedes.
This is crazy, man. Like, listen, Netflix is not that bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just it's the same thing when Disney bought Fox and all type of stuff. You don't want to see these get under one roof. You want to have multiple
Right.
outlets and competition. That's when you get the sweet spot of like so many cool things happening.
Exactly. 100%. What if you were single, ready to mingle, and you went out to the bar and you said, wow, look at all these people I could date. And then someone came along and said, oh, sorry, I'm married to all of them. Wait, what?
That's a hell of a way to put it, but
Just saying.
Zach, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Like, I remember when Disney bought Fox, I was excited to have the X-Men with the Avengers, but everything else was like not a good look. What can I get excited about with Netflix buying Warner Brothers? Literally, what? I don't want this, man.
I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of it.
Like, I don't think. Here's an example I was thinking about earlier.
Ooh, Gunther.
Hulu. You know, obviously Disney owns that. Hulu's getting phased out next year, Zach.
Yes, it is.
No matter what they tell you, Max is not going to be around much longer.
Nope.
And
I hope
here's
none
the
of you
other
got the Hulu bundles for Christmas during
Yep.
Black Friday because you just got scammed.
You did. You definitely did. And here's the other thing, too, what just happened recently. I don't know if any of these football fans out there, but if you watch Red Zone, NFL Red Zone, ESPN just bought them. Red Zone say it's been around for 20 years. Ad free.
Yeah.
That's the guy literally says commercial free, 8 hours of commercial free football. ESPN buys them. Here come the ads. They teased you with it. They said, okay, we can hear the backlash. They try to, PR it. It's only going to be a 1 minute of the 8 hours of ads. That was week 1. We're in week 14, Zach. It's already up to 15 minutes of ads. What's going to happen next year? Add the next year. This is how they do things. This is how these companies do things. So
yeah,
Max is going away.
Max is 100% going away. I did not know that. I did not know that ESPN even bought Red Zone. We had one friend in town that had Red Zone. We would all give him money and watch football every week.
It was incredible, man. The guy that hosts it, he does an incredible job, man. Like, it's not easy to be doing that for that long. And his tagline for 20 years was "Get ready for commercial-free football, and now they can't say that no more.
Oh, everything's just so sad. Everything's
Yeah.
just so sad. You know what I'm going to tell them when they say my Netflix subscription is going to go up?
What did we say?
And I'm canceling. That's what's going to happen.
Oh man.
I'm done with this shit. I'm done with everything going up, and I'm not getting enough in return. Peacock's going up. Wow. Who are you, Peacock? Get the
Yeah.
f- TV.
Yeah. Here's the sentence I never thought I would say, Zach.
Yeah.
I miss cable. Cable wasn't so bad.
I still use mine, but it might not be around any longer, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I mean,
Noob's got us right there with the Road Velvet.
I mean, TNT and TBS are gonna be like a barren wasteland for content at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Where are they
maybe
going to get this stuff from?
yeah. I mean, does that
Where's
make
Turner Classic
AEW?
Movers going to get their movies from?
Does that make AEW like their top rated show?
That's why I think they're okay for a little bit. Yes.
Yeah. It just, I mean, what are those ratings going to look like? Because I mean, no, I'm not going to tune in TNT. Like people aren't going to tune into TNT just for AEW. Like usually tune into like a network for multiple things. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, oh, basketball was on, or something. But like, this is looking crazy.
And then what's going to happen with basketball on that? Is Netflix going to try to get that too?
They
This shit happened
they
this
already
week,
lost
too?
basketball last year. NBC and Amazon took basketball from TNT.
Oh, Jesus. You know what's going to happen next year too? Oscars are going to be on YouTube.
I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. I'm gonna go to YouTube.
I'll bet you right now it's going to be on YouTube. But from what I hear, it's going to be on YouTube next year.
Yeah. Wow, man. What timeline are we living in?
I don't know, man. We didn't talk about this too. I just played that clip from Friday. All the Fridays Netflix owns now. I don't know what's going to happen with the one in development, or if it's still going to be in development now. All the Nightmare on Elm Street, all these good New Line cinema movies.
Wow, Warner Bros. They're one like I said, they're one of the oldest companies in Hollywood. They have so much under their belt.
Ooh.
Like, look, Friends, Lord of the Rings, like Harry Potter, like there's so many different. If you really sit and think about it, they have so much stuff.
Knock! I got the graphic up now with all those and more. It's unbelievable how many things Netflix.
The Wire, Sopranos.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Boondocks. Yep, Big Bang Theory. All of these Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
This is legendary stuff, man.
Hanna-Barbera, Flintstones, Jetsons.
Yeah.
Oh, LA Knight taps out. Gunther is officially facing John Cena.
Yep, we've seen that one come. They couldn't let a teenage guy retire John Cena, I guess.
That's true. They can't have a staple of AMC television.
That's crazy. It just made me think of something else, Zach. I'm trying to jog my memory and bring it back up. Man. Well, it's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day.
Knock.
Gunther,
are you excited for Gunther to face John Cena? Is this it? Is this the match you're hoping for when the tournament began?
I would have loved to see LA Knight versus John Cena on the mic leading to a feud. If I would have did LA Knight, I would have had them have like 2 or 3 match series, But Gunther for a one-off, for a final boss, this is Brock Lesnar ending Taker's streak. This will set up Gunther for a while to be a main event player.
Here's my big prediction. John Cena just put over Dirty Dom, Liv Morgan, Raquel, Rox. I think he wins. He also put over Finn and JD. I think he beats Gunther on Saturday's main event.
Really?
Follow the victory. Yes, that's my prediction.
You know what? That's a good feel-good way to go out. You might be right. You might be right, actually, because, I mean, we already seen Gunther lose to Jey Uso, so I guess he could lose to Cena, too. No offense to Jey.
No offense to Jey.
Yeah.
Man. Well, that is it. Gunther will face John Cena in his final match. Okay. It doesn't matter, though, Knock. It just doesn't matter.
3 weeks after I retire, nobody's going to give a fuck.
You damn Skippy, John.
Oh, that's what I was trying to think of, Zach. So what's going to happen to the Warner Brothers lot? Is that going to be the Netflix lot now? And then the other thing, Zach, I briefly talked about it. There was someone pushing to bring back the Snyderverse. I'm pretty sure that was a Netflix thing. Am I wrong?
I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen.
I think. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, you can't say anything for sure. So much is up in the air. But the James Gunn DCU, is that solidified? We just seen the DC get rebooted so many times. I was finally excited when we watched Superman to just be with one person's leadership, watch how the DC grows and have one universe. I think that's going to get mixed up again.
My one thing about that is, who really wants that job? Look at all the shit Kevin Feige's gotten in the past 4 or 5 years after Endgame. Who wants to be that next person? I say you let James do it, and you maybe do what studios do, and you guide them towards what you want, but you let them have it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh God,
so much up in the air, man. Like this. Can you think of some other news that happened in Hollywood like this? This is up there. I don't know if
this is up there,
one, but it's up there.
This is up there. We'll see if this even goes through with all the stuff that's happening. It's going to take a while, but anything can happen within the next 8 months or so, or 2 years, however long it's going to take. But,
I mean, Paramount's fighting. It seemed like Paramount was a done deal the way they were talking.
I think that's why they're going to Congress with it.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger on Netflix. I know they're going to reboot that shit into something terrible. They're probably going to have the Duffer Brothers do that next.
They're going to reboot everything. I see it happening.
Yeah. Everything's going to be a TV show. Now that things like Stranger Things and something else just wrapped up too on Netflix, they're going to need all these new IPs and just reboot the hell out of them.
I mean, speaking of that, HBO, Warner Brothers was just developing a new Harry Potter TV series. You said Stranger Things was going away. I guarantee you that's debuted on Netflix. Debuted on Netflix. Good. Oh, they got Game of Thrones also. Oh my
Game of
God.
Thrones. Yep.
Wow.
All these things too, when streaming started and HBO Max was like, oh, we need to make money and we're not making it with subscriptions. That's when they started selling their stuff to Netflix.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
Those did very, very well on Netflix. Ballers blew up on Netflix. That's a terrible series, and that blew up on Netflix.
That's a good point. We were literally talking about this maybe a year ago, saying why should we have Max if it's all going to go to Netflix? It's going to go here, go here. We were just talking about this, and now look at the predicament we're in.
This sucks. Man. All right. Well, next week, some good news. John Cena will be retiring. He will no longer be on our television screen. So there's some good news. He'll probably be on some crappy Netflix movies. You can see him on Netflix. But he won't be in the wrestling ring ever again after next Saturday. And, we're going to do something live streaming it, the final match or the whole show. We'll see. Bye, John Cena.
We'll see. I mean, there was a rumor saying he was going to open a show. I don't know how true that is, but we'll see.
Nah, he's closing. You got to close with that.
Man. Well, I can't wait to see more of Final Battle. Thanks for the update, noob.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. Final Battle going on now. Something else is going on this weekend, too. I can't remember what. But another good weekend of wrestling. Knock, any last words before we sign off?
Shout out to everybody, man. I'd love to be back on camera next week. Sad that I got stuck at work, but it's been a good week. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to everybody watching our channel. The poppers, the floppers, the rampages. Really appreciate you all.
All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next weekend, and be excellent to each other. And remember, John Cena.
3 weeks after I retire, nobody's going to give a fuck.